Two giants in business finance go head-to-head. Which one really delivers? On the left, FreshBooks, easy accounting for small businesses and freelancers. And on the right, Oracle NetSuite, all-in-one cloud ERP for growing enterprises. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. All right, before we jump in, here's a quick mind map of what we're going to cover today. We've got target audience, pricing, features and modules, reporting and analytics, integrations and ecosystem, scalability and growth, ease of use, and support and community. Got that in your head? Cool, let's go. Okay, so first up, who are these actually made for? FreshBooks is like tailor-made for freelancers, solo entrepreneurs, creative agencies, those smaller teams who really don't want to fuss over complicated setup. The onboarding is honestly super breezy. But if you're running a big firm or you've got complex needs, FreshBooks kind of taps out. Now, NetSuite, it flips the script. This one's geared for mid-sized to massive organizations, even global ones. So if you want process control for lots of employees and divisions, this is your jam. But full disclosure, it's kind of a non-starter for freelancers or tiny teams. It's just too much going on. So you get totally different vibes depending who you are. I'd say this is a tie. Depends on who's watching, right? Next, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, pricing. FreshBooks nails it for transparency. Simple tiers, and there are entry-level plans that don't make you cry at checkout if you're just starting. Of course, if your team is growing really fast, the monthly charges can start stacking up. But overall, you can actually see what you're paying. Now, NetSuite? Yeah, this is a whole different story. You're looking at custom pricing, tailored contracts, minimums, just to get in the door. No way to check the price until you talk to sales. And if you want to scale or add features, be prepared. That setup and maintenance is not cheap. So if you hate mysterious costs, FreshBooks is the clear winner here. Okay, let's hit features and modules. FreshBooks, absolute king of invoicing, expense tracking, and simple project management. You can set up recurring billing with like zero headache. And the basic reports are super readable. But if you want inventory tracking or deep supply chain stuff, you'll have to look elsewhere. Now, this is where NetSuite really flexes. It's got everything under the sun. Full ERP, CRM, HR, advanced reporting, inventory, multi-currency, even e-commerce. It's honestly wild how much is packed in there. But fair warning, the sheer depth can overwhelm you at first. Still, for power features, NetSuite wins hands down. Oh, and here's a fun fact to break things up. Did you know NetSuite was one of the world's first real cloud ERP solutions? Launched way back in 1998, believe it or not. So if you want some serious cloud street cred, that's something you can brag about. Let's look at reporting and analytics. FreshBooks does a solid job for the basics. A straightforward dashboard, some nice reports on income and expenses, and you get a little more detail if you're paying for their premium tiers. But you're not going to be running deep dive business analytics or complex audits here. NetSuite, though? Oh, and here's something cool. You've got customizable, real-time dashboards, plus advanced analytics for anything from finances to compliance. Even audit trails and KPIs are baked in. Some modules cost extra, but honestly, if data runs your business, NetSuite blows FreshBooks out of the water here. Moving along to integrations and ecosystem. FreshBooks is no slouch. You can link it up with QuickBooks, Gusto, Stripe, and a bunch of other everyday small business tools. Plus, there's an API for nerdy custom stuff. But if you need serious complex integrations, like across departments and countries, it's kind of limited. NetSuite's ecosystem is actually huge. You've got CRM, HR, supply chain, and more, all plugging into a massive partner network. Only thing? You'll probably want some IT help to set it all up. Still, NetSuite takes this one, especially for complex organizations. All right, scalability and growth. Important if you're planning on world domination, right? FreshBooks is ideal if you're a startup or growing small to medium business. And it's flexible as long as you stay on that path. But at some point, if you explode in size, you'll probably need to jump ship. NetSuite, on the other hand, is built for scaling big, like multiple teams, entities, even different countries. No sweat. The cost does jump up as you scale, but if you're shooting for growth, NetSuite totally owns this category. Okay, time to talk ease of use. FreshBooks honestly nails the user-friendliness. You don't have to be a spreadsheet wizard to get started. The interface is clear, and you'll be up and running with minimal training. It does top out if you need super advanced features, but for most people, it's perfect. NetSuite is kind of the polar opposite. It can do just about anything, but you'll need to invest in onboarding and maybe some consulting. There are more options, which means a steeper learning curve. So if you just want simple, FreshBooks is your winner. Finally, support and community. FreshBooks is great for small teams. They pick up fast. Their help center is packed, and honestly, Most questions get answered quickly. It doesn't have as many enterprise-level resources, but for day-to-day stuff, you're covered. NetSuite is built for big clients. You'll get account managers, heavy implementation support, though sometimes if you have a tiny problem, answers can be slow if your contract doesn't have priority. Honestly, both are good, but their strengths depend on who you are. So this one's a tie in my book. All right, quick zoom out on how these two stack up overall. FreshBooks totally rules in ease of use, pricing, and is seriously solid for small businesses. NetSuite, meanwhile, dominates in features, scalability, integrations, and advanced analytics. So you can see on the radar chart, FreshBooks peaks for simplicity, NetSuite for power. So, bottom line, here's my take. If you're a freelancer, contractor, or you run a small service-based business, honestly, FreshBooks is hard to beat. You get awesome invoicing, simple accounting, and none of the headaches of giant platforms. But if you're growing fast, have complex needs, or you're managing multiple locations, Oracle NetSuite is basically the industry gold standard. It's got every tool you could want, tons of integrations, and enterprise-level control. If you want to support our channel, feel free to use our affiliate link given in video description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.